This is section 3.5, dividing polynomials. So we're going to learn two methods for dividing polynomials today, and the first one we're going to talk about is long division. So you set up the division problem, just like you learned in elementary and middle school how to do long division. We're going to determine the first term by dividing the leading term of the dividend by the leading term of the divisor, and then continue the process of long division just like you would with numbers. So let's look at this first example. Divide 5x squared plus 3x minus 2 by x plus 1. So I'm going to set up my division. 5x squared plus 3x minus 2. When you have these problems, make sure that you have every term. So like a 5x squared plus a 3x. Okay, we're not missing any term. So if you jump from an x cubed to an x, remember you have to put that 0x squared term in there. So we have divided by x plus 1. So I look and I see, what do I have to multiply x by to get 5x squared? Well, I know I have to multiply that by 5x, so I'm going to put that up here. And then I'm going to multiply, so we have 5x squared plus 5x. And then go ahead, because we have to subtract, so change all of your signs. The 5x squareds go away. 3x minus 5x is negative 2x, and bring down your negative 2. Then we repeat the process. What do we have to multiply x by to get negative 2x? Well, I need to multiply by negative 2. So then we get negative 2x minus 2. Since we're subtracting, we're going to change the signs. And this one has a remainder of 0, so it works out that our answer, or our quotient, is 5x minus 2. All right, let's try another example of long division. So we're taking 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 31x plus 15. Okay, we have all of our terms divided by 3x minus 2. So same thing, what do we have to multiply 3x by to get 6x cubed? Well, I know I need to multiply by 2x squared. So we get 6x cubed, 6x cubed, and then minus 4x squared. Change your signs. So we get 15x squared. Bring down your negative 31x. What do I have to multiply 3x by to get 15x squared? Well, I have to multiply by 5x. So that gives me 15x squared minus 10x. Change your signs. We have negative 21x, and then bring down your plus 15. Same thing. What do we have to multiply 3x squared by, or 3x by to get negative 21x? I have to multiply by negative 7. So we get negative 21x plus 14. Change your signs. And we have a remainder of 1 in this case. So what you do with your remainder is you add that at the end as a fraction. So our remainder of 1 over what we're dividing by, that 3x minus 2. Our second method is synthetic division. It's much easier than long division, but it only works for divisors x minus k. So if the divisor is not x minus k, you have to divide the whole entire problem by the coefficient of x. So for example, when we take 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4x plus 5 divided by x plus 2, okay, we say, okay, x plus 2, let's set that equal to 0. And we get that x equals negative 2. So that's what goes on the outside. On your first line, you have all of your coefficients. You start by bringing down the first coefficient. You multiply this number by your number up here. So 2 times negative 2 gives us that negative 4. And then add. And then negative 7 times negative 2 is 14. And then we add. 18 times negative 2 is negative 36. And we add, and we get negative 31. This is our remainder, so I like to put a box around it. So in this case, our answer, the coefficients are going to be 2, -7, 18, -31. Okay, so the 2, we take this degree, or our degree of our first part, and we divide, or we decrease the degree by 1. So 2x squared minus 7x plus 18, and then minus 31 over -2, or x minus 2, sorry, because remember we have to put our remainder over what we're dividing by. So let's look at some examples here. So when we take 5x squared minus 3x minus 36, we're dividing by x minus 3, so I'm going to set up my problem. I set x minus 3 equal to 0, so I get x equals 3, so that's going on the outside of my box. Then I'm going to line up my coefficients, 5, -3, and -36. Bring down the 5. And then 3 times 5 is 15, so I put that here. And then add them up, we get 12. 12 times 3 is 36. So I put that there, add them up, we get 0. Our remainder is 0, which is good. So our answer here is going to be 5x plus 12. Let's take a look at another example. We have 4x cubed plus 10x squared minus 6x minus 20 divided by x plus 2. So in this case, x equals -2. So we're going to put that outside the box. Write down my coefficients, 4, 10, -6, -20. Bring down the 4 automatically. Multiply by -2, we get -8. Add vertically, we get 2. 2 times -2 is -4, so -10. -10 times -2 is +20. We add, we get 0, so our remainder is 0. Our answer is 4x squared plus 2x minus 10. And this last one, it's a little bit different because remember, when we do synthetic division, our rule is that we have to have x minus a number k. And in this case, we have a 2 in front of the x. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide every single term by 2. So 4x cubed becomes 2x cubed. Minus 12x squared becomes minus 6x squared. Minus 5x becomes minus 5 over 2x. And minus 1 becomes minus 1/2. And we're dividing that by x plus 1/2, dividing by 2 again. So we know that we should have -1/2 on the outside of the box. Fill in our box, 2, -6, -5/2, and -1/2. Bring down the 2. We get -1, -7, so we have +7/2. Add that up, we get 2/2, which is just 1, and then we get -1/2, so we get -1 is our remainder. So our answer is going to be 2x squared minus 7x plus 1 minus 1 over x plus 1/2. All right, and then let's look at an application of this. So the volume of a rectangular solid is given by the polynomial 3x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 33x squared plus 54x. The length of the solid is given by 3x, and the width is given by x minus 2. So find the height of the solid. So we know that volume of a rectangular solid or a rectangular prism is base times width times height. So we know our volume, 3x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 33x squared plus 54x is equal to our base, we don't know. Actually, we do know that some people write it differently. So we have two of our different lengths that we have. So we have 3x, we have x minus 2, and then we have our height. and we're trying to find that height. Oops, that was not a highlighter. We're trying to find our height. So the first thing I'm looking at is I want to get rid of this 3x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3x. Because I notice that every term in the volume has an x to give. So when we divide that, this becomes 3x cubed minus 3x squared minus 33x plus 54. And then I can also divide all those terms by 3, so it works out pretty well. So 3x to the fourth divided by 3x is just x cubed. And then we get minus x squared. Then we get minus 11x plus 18 equals x minus 2 times h. Now we need to divide by x minus 2, and that actually is going to work out really well for synthetic division. So I'm going to put the 2 outside and draw my box, write my coefficients 1, negative 11, and 18. Bring down the 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Bring down the 1. 2, we have negative 9. Multiply, we get negative 18 and a remainder of 0. So our height is our answer to our division problem, which gives us x squared plus x minus 9. You could also do this with long division if you wanted to, but synthetic division is usually faster and easier when we just have a term that's an x minus a number.